The Ocean City Fire Department, along with 2 other surrounding fire departments, were on the scene and were able to control the fire in a very short amount of time. Now, as you can see behind me, this is a very active investigation, and officials really aren't releasing many details at this time. But what we do know is that 2 victims have been taken to the hospital in serious condition. 1 has been taken to Johns Hopkins in Baltimore. Now, a third... Mr. Bodenweiser, are you happy with the way your attorneys have handled this case so far? Did you ever touch the victim? Showing pornographic movies to a 9-year-old, what do you make of that? How has this affected your relationship with your wife and your entire family? This year, about 40,000 folks from all across the country are here, trudging through these icky, gooey, and muddy waters to get as close as they can to the pony swim. It's the photo trend that's all over Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. But can selfies define someone's sense of beauty? I'm Jemmy Lee, and I'll break down the good, the bad, and the pretty tonight at 6.
The About Being Motivated dance team has been dancing together for just 1 year, but they're already making history, being the first to represent the city of Cambridge at the Apollo Theater in New York.
As the traffic picks up along Coastal Highway, it's clear beach season has arrived. And from the decent-sized sign out front to the crisp and clean look of the dining room, Hooked is open for business. Now serving from the summer menu, the chef says it's a great time to have a lot of seasonal vegetables.
The great part about this time of year is that there are certain ingredients that you can only get for about 5 to 6 weeks out of the entire year.
Oh my! Including and especially our fiddlehead ferns. Today we are preparing this rare find with new potatoes, garlic confit, pancetta, and frise greens, all tossed in a refreshing mustard tarragon vinaigrette. We took our fish out of the oven and poured off the butter before adding our pesto sauce. I added a very generous amount to our piece of salmon and placed it in the broiler for just a minute. As soon as you walk through the doors, you can tell something good is brewing, literally.
We got about 140 beers on tap. We also got our own brewing company. We just started this summer. We're brewing our own beers. I think right now, if I'm right, we got about 5 beers on tap, and we keep growing.
Unafraid to try new things, Chef Val says he's inspired by seasons, weather, mood, and his customers. Having just opened this year, the dining view is, well, you be the judge. It served as a perfect backdrop for the soft shell crabs, heirloom tomato salad with Maryland corn jumbo lump crab meat tossed in a lemon vinaigrette.
And here they come. 135 beautiful wild ponies make their way across the Assateague Channel to Chincoteague Island.
You will never see this anywhere else in the whole United States, and probably in the world.
It's the 89th annual Pony Swim.
This year, about 40,000 folks from all across the country are here, trudging through these icky, gooey, and muddy waters to get as close as they can to the pony swim.
More than 40 firefighters from across the region saddle up, herd the animals, and guide them through the waters.
Somebody somewhere back in the 70s nicknamed them the Saltwater Cowboys, and it has stuck ever since.
And in the race to get to the other side, the first pony to make it ashore is dubbed King or Queen Neptune.
I thought it was amazing.
Well, before they swam, I was sweating to death. I was like, oh my gosh, let this be over. But watching them come up from the water, it was all worth it.
The Saltwater Cowboys then take them through the streets, parading through the crowds and leading them to the carnival grounds where dozens will be auctioned off the next day. For Lori Aki, the experience was like none other, to say the least.
I am a city girl. Do you notice the socks? Okay, those are city socks. I don't do outdoors at all. My girlfriend does horses, so she brought me here today and walked me through the swamps, made me use a porta potty. It's endless.
But it was a ride well worth it.
It was beautiful. The horses were absolutely gorgeous.
Marlin, dolphin, wahoo. The big fish reign supreme on the last day of the White Marlins Open.
So big. They're big. And they have the pointy noses.
The grand prize, more than $1 million.
We had no idea how big of an event it is, and it was great. It was just a lot of fun for us to come.
Now, these fishermen are not the only ones who'll be walking away as winners. Some of this week's catches will be donated to 2 great local causes.
For me, the prize is being able to look at them and sample them for parasites.
Ann Bars, a zoology professor at Salisbury University, says the competition is necessary to gather samples and further research on a specific flatworm that only lives in the gills of these marlin.
There's only 2 papers on it ever, and the species description is horrible.
Another winner, the Maryland Food Bank. Butch Langenfelder says the donated fish helps to fill a void many of their clients miss out on.
We rarely get high-protein item like this donated to the food bank. It does stay here on the Eastern Shore, but a lot of it does go back to Baltimore, get processed, and then distribute throughout the whole state.
So whether it's for the money, for fun, or to help out the community, there's more than one way to go home a champion at the White Marlin Open. Jennifer Fulginiti, 47 ABC.